And we're back with more about lizard Jews and how they rule the government from under the White House.
Wait. What?
I've told you this before! You know, the lizard Jews. They live under the White
Right,
House. And
yeah,
control...
I didn't expect you to open the video with that, so sorry.
Well, we were talking about them last time because Hiseo's apparently a lizard. And since...
Yeah.
Well, the only conspiracy I know about the lizard people is the lizard Jews. Because apparently that's an important part of it. And also they're naturally evil for some reason. I want to throw that in there. Plus, we gotta give some bonus to people that are watching and don't sound stale like just welcome back! Katawa Shoujo, part 10.
Fair enough. Anyway, what are we talking to Kenji about? I think...
Conspiracies and stuff.
Oh, he's telling about how he believes in the Mafia or some shit like that.
I don't know, it'd be pretty hard to shoot people without eyesight. Or sword fights, that'd be near impossible.
I don't know, I think... I kinda like the idea of Lily being a mafioso. Oh.
Trying to think.
Yeah. I think this is the first time we ever see Kenji outside.
But it won't be the last. Except for... Yeah, it won't be the
But
last.
yeah, there's that one part where he takes off his glasses and he's just like a beautiful motherfucker.
And just like, this is the only reason I played Shizune's route.
Yeah, because, I mean, he takes off his glasses and he's like an angel.
That doesn't sleep. Also, I'm pretty sure he does come outside one other time just to accidentally knock Lily over.
Oh yeah, that does happen.
He does also often help her up, but yeah. Small acts, still douche. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like he intentionally knocked her over.
I'd still probably talk to him just because I just think everything he says is so disconnected from reality. It's just amazing and...
Yeah, I will give you that. It is pretty incredible how completely detached he is from the rest of the world.
It's just... I think it might actually be an art form. If he was an actual person, I don't know how I would feel about that. It's just...
Yeah, I feel like if he were an actual person, I would probably strangle him or attempt to smother him in his sleep. But I mean, in the game, he's funny.
If only he got his own path that didn't involve kicking us off a roof.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's another thing you see all the time if you're in the Katawa Shoujo fandom. You'll see that one edit of Hisao and Emi's sex scene where Emi's on top of him, and it's photoshopped so that instead of Emi, it's Kenji.
Furs before hose.
Mm-hmm.
They all knew they all knew the fans would want at least one gay option. But sadly we'll have to rely on fanfiction.
Yep.
Luckily, that's another good thing the internet's for. Everyone seems to write fanfiction. Especially you.
I'm ashamed of some of the things that I wrote.
It's okay. It's okay. My brother told me the secret of being a freelance writer is having no standards.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going for a couple of those requests on the Hisao blog. That was...
Don't worry, you haven't sunk
I'm
down
so
to...
ashamed.
You haven't sunk down to Minecraft erotica yet.
I hope I never do. I don't know Minecraft, so...
You don't know Visk, you don't know Minecraft, you don't know Sonic 06. What do you know?
Not a whole lot. You'll actually come to learn this about me. I don't know about a lot of elements of pop culture.
Then what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah, if you don't just essentially surf the internet looking for weird stuff.
What do I do other than... I don't know. I mean, I browse through Tumblr. I roleplay Hito. I do some other writing that doesn't have to do with fan fiction. I'm a full-time college student, so there's always that occupying my time. I don't have time to keep up with pop culture in Hannah Montana and shit.
One day you will learn all the great things that we have made in recent times. Then you'll learn that we've ruined every single one of them. I want you to...
From what I've seen, it's ruined from the moment it's born.
It's ruined before it was even created. And it's just one of the things that fuels me. It is pure chaos at its finest.
Yeah, sort of like these videos. I mean...
Yeah, they're not pure chaos.
But I mean, no matter how many times we say we're going to start talking about the actual video, we never do.
I never said that. In the last 3 parts.
Just go on. Just go on and on and on about whatever bullshit popping in our heads. It's just like kind of a happy day.
As long as it occasionally relates back to Katawa Shoujo, then I'm perfectly fine with it. Because I doubt we could go on for 50 parts. The 50 parts that will be every part, possibly every music piece played for 3 minutes, you know, all that stuff. I doubt we could talk about that and just still stay on topic. So we might as well make this an interesting train wreck of a commentary. That's my belief. It doesn't have to be. My belief is it doesn't have to be professional. It just has to be interesting in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I suppose the viewers will decide if it's interesting or not. I mean, I'm having fun.
And that's all.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe our viewers will have fun.
Possibly.
We can only hope.
But now we just have to find a way to spread this across the internet.
Yeah, I don't know, I get the feeling these videos aren't going to spread very much, simply because so few people are in the Katawa Shoujo fandom. I mean, I know of, like 5 people, and it's just, when you go into the Katawa Shoujo tag on Tumblr, you'll find maybe, you don't even find 100 blogs that have anything to do with it, not even mention it. It's just like, why is it so obscure? I'll tell you why it's so obscure. Because Toei Studios disbanded the moment they were done with it, and they formed just for the sake of making it. So I mean, of course no one's going to fucking hear about this.
Also, I just want you to think about this just outside anything you know about the game. This is a dating sim with erotica scenes made by 4chan that involves a cast of disabled girls.
You know, that probably turns people off to it now that you put it like that, yeah. But it's so good, and I mean, it's nothing like you would expect it to be based on that description. Like, it really does have really sensitive treatment of all the issues that it brings up. And
except depression.
Yeah, it doesn't do a good job with depression. But I mean, as far as like how it treats people with disabilities, I feel like it does a really good job of that. And you wouldn't expect that given what it is, but it does.
Yes, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Or by its title, for that matter. Because, I mean, the name literally translates to crippled girls. And it's not just crippled girls. Katawa is an archaic, disabled slur. So, I mean, it's bad, but the content is so good.
I'm trying to think of how I actually found this game in the first place.
I found it because a friend of mine showed it to me. I'm not sure how he got into it, but I think he actually does go on 4chan every now and then, so maybe that's it.
Also, like, 5 years before it came out, it's just like, yeah, we're gonna try and make this. Oh, that's probably not gonna come to light. Wait, it did?
And then it did. And it's beautiful.
Oh, right, now I think I remember. It was like a Soul Calibur joke. It was just like, they were making fun of essentially Darth Vader being a Soul Calibur, so they just said, yeah, we're also gonna put it in this game, Katawa Shoujo. And it somehow makes even more sense than Soul Calibur.
I don't know what Soul Calibur is.
A fighting game with the world's bluntest weapons.
Horrible.
Yeah,
Right.
it had Darth Vader in it at one point. So, well,
That's always fun.
yeah, but it didn't make any sense in the it didn't make any sense in the story. So they just said,
have to? I
guess
mean, does
not.
it really have to? I mean, they have Solid Snake in Super Smash Bros. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't belong there.
And he's also not allowed to wield a gun, so they gave him only explosives, which turned out to be the most broken thing you can do for any character.
Right? Snake is such a broken character.
I need to play Smash Bros. And possibly any Metal Gear Solid game.
I don't know.
I'm a
I
PlayStation.
have no interest in Metal Gear Solid games, to be honest.
Yeah, but I'm a PlayStation fanboy, and I somehow haven't played a Metal Gear Solid game.
See, that's where you and I differ. Or one of the many ways you and I differ. I'm Nintendo through and through.
Well, mine comes from a long line of essentially pirated games, and it's a lot easier to pirate. It was a lot easier to pirate PlayStation 1 games than Nintendo games.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Thank you, Australian bikies.
you don't actually have to pirate Nintendo games because they're reasonably priced.
Yeah, well, I was friends with bikies, so price wasn't a big deal. Or at least my family was friends with bikies. Yeah, my family's weird.
Oh, look, the antique store.
This is one of
I don't
the.
know.
Okay, I brought this up as just a throwaway comment in like in a previous part. Essentially, some parts of the game are drastically different depending on which path you take, thus proving that the world is formed purely around what Hisao does.
Yeah, right? Because, I mean, like, especially I think the most clear example of that is when you're in Shizune's and it is well after Lily should have moved to Scotland, but she's still there.
Well, I'm pretty sure that was Lily going, I can't leave Hanako alone. Something bad will happen to her.
But, I mean, that clearly doesn't stop her in her own route.
That's because you're there to look after her. Thus
But-
proving that Hisao screws up everything he touches. Yes, every problem in this game is caused by Hisao.
This is true. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Emmy's nightmares happen regardless of T-Cell.
Yeah, but they're more prominent because she can't run to suppress them, because she does the extra running in the morning.
You know, I'm not sure if that's entirely T-Cell's fault.
But he... I'm still gonna say he ruined it somehow.
Of course. T-Cell ruined everything.
Yeah. Okay, but what I was actually saying, that antique shop, the price of all the items differs massively between Hanako and Lily's path. Essentially, in this one he walks in, I'm pretty sure, and comes out with no money left. While in Hanako's he walks in and buys, and could have bought essentially the whole shop.
Yeah.
Also, for some reason they gave that shopkeeper his own sprite.
What?
Yeah. The old man in the antique shop, he has his own sprite. Matter of fact, I think there's actually two different forms of that sprite. And yet the shopkeeper at like the convenience store, he doesn't get one.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he
I
gets
know,
more
I
lines.
No, I'm glad that they gave the antique shop owner a stripe, because I really have a soft spot for antique shops. Like, I just love them.
You find all the cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
And where else are you gonna find rusty medieval swords?
Right?
Or spears? Must get pole arms. Destroy swords, acquire pole arms and axes. We do not need swords. They are overused at this point. Oh, that stuff happening on screen.
Right, yeah. So, he just gets her favorite tea based on her favorite flavor of ice cream. And, I don't know.
Was he Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah, it's just like, he was right, but I mean, it's just such a simplistic way of thinking, and it makes me wonder just what's going on in detail now.
Well, he just like, you like vanilla. Okay, there's vanilla tea here. Let's go with that so I don't look like an utter arse and order the jalapeno tea.
Oh, that would be awful. Why would anyone make that?
I don't know. Probably the same reason one jelly bean company decided, yeah, I want to make earwax flavored just because we can.
I don't know, they make hot chili ice cream. I mean, hot chili chocolate, and I'm just like, why? Why are you doing such a lot?
Because they can. And because someone out there would probably like it.
But I mean, I actually tried it because I used to be friends with this really eccentric guy named Sam, and he would just, I don't know, he saw it and he had to try it, so I tried it. It wasn't good. Like, it's not even that it was hot or anything, it was just, it tasted sort of like sawdust.
Oh. So it didn't even burn, it was just disappointment?
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Right? It's like, I don't know who's idea that was.
It's so average it's bad. Really gotta stop quoting TV tropes.
No, I don't get why they have to insist that what they just went on was the date. I mean, that was just two friends hanging out. And I mean, yeah, they got ice cream and tea, but I mean, you can do that with your friends. How is that a date?
Because they're both apparently very narrow-minded.
I suppose. And maybe their opinions are just being tainted by the fact that they both clearly want to jump each other's bones.
But we gotta wait till Act 2 for that to happen.
Oh yes, we've always got to wait until at least Act 2. I mean Act 3, yeah. I always forget where to start counting, because I mean Act 1 is a thing, but...
I classify Act 1 as its own, then there's Act 1, 2, and 3 for each separate path.
Yeah.
That way if you hear me say essentially Act 1, I'm talking about... Well, if it's in the context of I'm talking about a current girl's path, then you understand is the first act involving them. If I'm saying something negative about Act 1, it's probably the act that accomplishes nothing except introducing everyone.
Oh look, pretty girls in pajamas having tea in a bedroom with a boy.
And all I can think is just his hair is still in his school uniform, probably.
Yeah, probably. It's just like...
And for that, or he's in his sweater vest. Because apparently he owns nothing else.
I hate that sweater vest so much. It's just... Who told him that a purple Argyle sweater vest was attractive? I mean...
You might have found it like an op shop or something. It had like $5 left and just went...
Like,
I might as well.
And it's just like, it pisses me off, that sweater vest, because it is not an attractive shirt. And yet, almost every time he gets laid, he's wearing it. And I'm just like, how? Why would anyone want to sleep with a guy who wears that?
You are very, very, very desperate. Or for some reason you like Sal.
I don't get why people like Isao. I mean, he's a good guy at heart. He's just such a cool fucking idiot.
Guess that's also... Okay, I'm going to go completely off topic. Guess that's why I like him in Emmy's Path. Because he at least gets some sort of character. He becomes a bit more sassy, essentially. And makes jokes and stuff. And that's why I like the Path so much, because it has Haseo as an actual character, not just... Shit happens, I'll just monologue.
I really like his character in Ring Route, too.
You mean the one where
a lot of character development.
You mean the one where he's essentially depressed the whole time?
He's not depressed the whole time, though. That's the thing. Like, he does deal with depression, but he's overcoming it.
Yeah, but then I feel bad because I know all the other paths. He doesn't get depressed. I'm just like, yeah, I don't like. Yeah, you're kind of boring, but I don't want you to have depression.
I mean, I feel like he grows the most from it.
Guess again, we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
Also, he's not entirely without sass in Renfrew. I mean, there's a part where, near the end, where Emmy's like, oh, so you're only nice to Rin? And then he sounds like, no, I'm only not nice to you. And it's just, I wish lines like that were more just all throughout the game, because Hisao clearly has the potential for great sass, but he just never acts on it.
He has to be the blank slate that everyone can project themselves onto. Except I prefer characters with actual personality that I can go, I want to be like you because you're cool.
I don't feel like he is a blank slate, so that's the thing. Like, his character is a lot more subdued and subtle, but I don't agree with the argument that he is a blank slate. I mean, his personality does change a lot from root to root, but that's because he's in a very turbulent phase of his life. I mean, he's adapting to an entirely new environment. He is coming to terms with this really serious condition that he only just discovered he had.
He keeps forgetting to take care of.
And also he's a high school student. I mean, he is in a very turbulent phase of his life, and he's going to be heavily influenced by whoever he winds up with, because he is trying to, his quest for finding himself is going to be a lot more prominent than for most other people, considering both time in his life and everything that's happened. So, I mean, I feel like that's more why he changes so much from root to root. It's not that he's a blank slate, it's that he's growing, and how he grows is going to be determined by who he winds up with.
Yeah, but... Okay, that does make sense now that I think about it, but... He's still pretty boring in most of the paths.
I disagree, actually. Like, I like his character.
I like his character sometimes.
Idiot, right? I don't know, I don't particularly care for his character if she is in his room. She is in his room, he seems kind of like a dick.
He is just a dick in that, it's just...
If
you go into Shizune's route, you're just like, okay, I will join the student council. This might be funny, and he's just like, no. Fine, I will, but no, I won't do anything. Fine, I'll help, I won't do anything still.
Also, another problem that I have with Shizune's room is in Act 1, he uses the word ball twice, which is two more than he does throughout the entire rest of the game. It just seems so out of character. Like, it sends a shiver down my spine whenever he uses that word. It's not part of his vocabulary. Like, he doesn't use that word ever.
I guess that's just one of the signs that the writer for Shizune's Path just kind of gave up at that point. Just, you won't let me do any of my other cool ideas, I'll just make this.
Yeah, it was bad. Oh, look, here's Akira. She's about to get everybody drunk.
Yeah!
Woo! Irresponsible adults giving alcohol to children.
That's just an Australian belief.
Huh?
It's more of I think this is more of an Australian belief, just, yeah, I'll give you some booze, if you screw up, you'll realise you've screwed up and you probably won't do it again. If you're fine with it, well then, you just find out what it's like. It's more of a belief of, I'll throw you in, if you don't kill yourself, you'll understand what you did. Hopefully you live. I explained that really poorly, I know, but still.
I get what you mean.
I just suck at the whole word thing. With the stuff and the explaining.
You know, you would think that with that, if that were the case, then you would really love Brain. But no, you are just, you're just a horrible person and a Philistine.
I know.
No taste.
I never said I didn't love Rin. She's awesome. I just don't think she's the best girl in the game.
And see, that is why you need to be crucified.
Why would you crucify me? That's a very impractical way to go about it.
Yes, but it's so much fun.
Yes, but do you know about, like, the iron bore thing? You throw someone in it, you set a fire underneath, and then they just slowly burn to death inside.
I don't know, I've always been a fan of tying someone down and planting bamboo seeds underneath them, because the thing about bamboo is, it won't grow around you, it will grow through you, very, very slowly.
I don't know why, but I suddenly fear for my safety. Protect me, drop bears! Alright, stuff that's actually happening. Everyone got drunk. Everyone passes out. I think.
Yeah, I think that's basically what happens.
And now they understand that booze does
Thinking
boozy
it's not
things.
for minors. What were you saying?
Just that they all now understand that booze does boozy things to people. Like you pass out and you fall over, and you can't speak
How
well.
eloquently put. There's something off about this picture too. Is it just me, or does something seem wrong with her face?
I think every single picture is just something slightly off, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's the nose, because it's just a small line. And that's something that bugs me.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's something that really
But
bugs
I mean,
me.
that's,
Stuff like this.
that's common in anime.
Alright, enter part.
Well, that's the end of the video. See you next time, everyone.
Possibly. Maybe. Kinda. If we're not drunk by that point.